Hello and welcome. So today, guys, it is all about Valentino Born in Roma. And I have for you not only the Donna, but I also have the male version of this collection. Now, as you guys know, this is yet another flanker to the Born in Roma collection, and I happen to have four other fragrances. So not only will I be doing a review of both the feminine and the masculine version of the fragrance, but I'm also going to be ranking for you my collection towards the end of the video. And of course, I will be also rating each fragrance as I share the review with you. Now, in addition to that, I also have a bit of a life update. And I just wanted to start by saying, guys, that I am so thankful and I want to thank all of you, those of you who were able to make it to my Neiman Marcus sponsored event with the Harmonist, and those of you who really were not able to make it, but were so kind to send me DMs and emails and leave me comments, telling me that you were not going to be able to make it, but how you wish the best for me and that your good and positive energy would be with me on that day. I'm happy to tell you that yes, your positive energy was definitely there and it did its thing because the event was definitely a success. I am going to share with you a couple of pictures of the event, and we tried to not capture anybody on camera that we felt that was not very comfortable with taking pictures. So if I did capture someone that did not want to be in these pictures, I really apologize. So for me, guys, this was a great experience. It was a learning experience and not only an opportunity to meet some of you in person, but it was also a great first time experience because this is really the first time that I had done anything like that. And to have the opportunity to work with such an incredible brand such as the Harmonist was just wonderful, guys. And the Neiman Marcus team was just exceptional, as to be expected. So if any of those teams are watching, I want to thank, of course, again, the Harmonist team and the Neiman Marcus team. The event was very nicely laid out because they did have like a high top, like cocktail type of event tables, but they were all in glass, very tasteful. They had flower arrangements everywhere, and in each one of those tables, like in the center tables, they had different Harmonist fragrances. So the Harmonist team made sure to go around and talk to different fan members and other guests that were present about the Harmonist collection, and of course they were very kind by having very special offers for that day. I am glad to tell you that most of the fan members walked away with quite a number of fragrances. And I just know that they're going to enjoy them because we had such a good time trying different fragrances and like layering with different fragrances within their collection. I tell you, I learned so much. In addition to that, we had a great DJ. And for those of you who did stay towards the end, you know that in the end, we had Ray because, he's very funny. He was dancing and he and my husband were actually very much dancing. And the DJ Princess Cut, if you're watching, thank you so much. That was such an incredible job. I really appreciate it. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to take a moment to thank everybody that was involved. And it did take quite a bit of work and quite a bit of coordination on everybody's part. And all I really did was just show up and, try to not disappoint. I must admit, I was very nervous the week before because, again, this is the first time that I've done something like this. But I am terribly thankful and humble, and I can't thank you all enough again for being with me on this journey. All right, guys, but enough of that. Let's go ahead and jump right into the fragrances. But before we do that, if this is your first time here, I'm Arahi, and I'm your fragrance concierge because I'm totally committed to creating the best fragrance experience for you. I upload videos multiple times a week, and in this channel, we love to talk about all types of fragrances. So if that sounds like the type of content that you're interested in and like a good plan, then please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, And don't forget, leave a comment. Let's go, fam. All right, guys. So one thing that I forgot to say in the opening of the video, because I was just, getting a bit emotional there just with everything going on, I forgot to mention, guys, that we had a Harmonious giveaway, and I announced the winners during last week's Wednesday video. But guys, 2 of the winners have reached out to me, and I even already sent one out, one of the discovery kits. The other one is going to leave tomorrow because I haven't had a chance to make it to the post office today. But there is someone who has not reached out to me, and I'm going to go ahead and put their profile name right here. Please, if you're watching or if anybody knows who is the owner of that profile, please let them know that I am just waiting for them to send me their shipping address via a DM on Instagram so that I can ship away their discovery kit. Now, I will tell you guys, if I don't hear from this 3rd winner by end of day tomorrow, so midnight tomorrow, Wednesday, then during Middle Eastern Thursday, I will be announcing a new winner of the Harmonious Discovery Kit. All you had to do in order to qualify and to be a part of that giveaway was to just make a comment in the video where Ray and I did collaborate and did share with you the Harmonious his top 3 picks. So if you made a comment in that video, you're automatically in. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and start. And you know what? Hold on a second. I'm going to go get one of my little towels because I can see my fingerprints. I'll be right back. All right, so while I wipe the bottle here from my fingerprints, I was looking for, have you ever seen a video and someone has to take a moment and then they come back, or before they come back, they say like a few moments later or something like that? Well, I try to find that plugin in my plugins on Final Cut Pro and I couldn't find it. So I guess I'll be saying a few moments later. But anyway, yeah, I am being a little bit goofy today, guys. It's already been a week, but we're good. So guys, so here I have for you Valentino Born in Roma EXTRADOSE Donna. Wow, what a mouthful for a name. I mean, did you guys hear that? Okay, Valentino Born in Roma. Valentino Born in Roma EXTRADOSE Donna. That's this one. And it comes in this beautiful bottle, as you guys can see. Pink bottle. And like all the other bottles in this flanker, and later I'm going to share with you the other 4 in my collection, and of course I'm going to be ranking them for you. But let's talk a little bit about EXTRADOSE Donna. All right, guys, so this is a fragrance that opens up very fruity, and you are going to get that black currant in the opening. Is it dominant? It is definitely dominant. But what I wanted to say is that this is a fragrance that to my nose opens up fruity. And within those fruity notes, I do pick up on the black currant because the black currant does take the lead, at least to my nose and on my skin. But what I did want to say is that it opens up fruity. So it's not just about the black currant. Now, as the journey continues, what I start to get is like sniffs of vanilla. The vanilla does not become very dominant in that opening and towards midway of the olfactory journey. What the fragrance does start to become right after I pick up on the blackcurrant is a little bit boozy. And I think it's because of the liqueur that it's there, that cassis. In addition to the rum that's supposed to be part of the olfactory journey. But I also have to tell you that when I pick up on that booziness, the booziness does intensify from the opening of the fragrance as you start to go into like midway in the olfactory journey. But I would not consider this a fragrance that is going to give you a boozy accord all throughout the olfactory journey, at the dry down, and throughout the wear, because that is not what I'm getting on my skin, on paper, or on my clothes. So this is truly a fragrance that does have a bit of a boozy accord that is quite faint in my opinion. And then at the dry down, guys, what I really get is like a combination between the intense flanker of this fragrance and the pink PP. I don't know if you'll remember, but I will be sharing that one when I do my ranking. It's the really beautiful one, who also has a pink bottle, but the pink cap is a bit like of a neon pink. So for me, that's what I get at the dry down. And I picked that up so much, guys, that I did test it on skin. I layered the Intense and the PP, and it's giving me pretty much the same thing. That's what I'm getting, and I'm getting that on skin. Now, if you watch my shorts, I'm pretty sure I had a short where when I received this fragrance and I first sniffed it, I wanted to share with you my first impressions. And I told you that what I was picking up pretty much was the Intense version, because that is exactly what I pick up in the opening and through most of the olfactory journey. But then at the dry down, I get like a twist on the Intense. But that twist, again, to me, is nothing but a combination of the Intense and the pink PP. This is a fragrance that has no oud, no musk, and right now it is giving me 7+ hours without having to overspray. And I will talk later about layering this fragrance to make it last longer and to also pick up a bit more character, because I feel that this one is a nice fragrance, but it is not necessarily groundbreaking. This is also a fragrance that I think is perfect for all ages, for any occasion, day or night. It depends on if this is your style of fragrance, then you'll be okay. But any occasion, day or night, any season of the year, by the way, this is definitely a fragrance that I would pull during the summer. I would just not layer it with anything too intense. I would probably combine it with a freshie that goes along with it. I think it would be beautiful. All in all, guys, I think that this is a lovely fragrance. It really is. But am I impressed? No, not really, because to me, it's not groundbreaking. And it's pretty much, like I said before, the combination of two other flankers that I have in my collection. If you have the pink PP and the Intense, do you need to pick this one up? I have to be honest with you. I don't think that if you have those two, you need to pick this one up. And I think that, if you don't have those two, is this a better option? We'll talk more about that when I rank the fragrances. All in all, guys, I forgot to mention, I do give that one a 7 out of 10. All right, guys, so now let's move to the Valentino Born in Roma EXTRADOSE, and this is the Uomo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So this is, bottom line, the gentleman's version. Now, this is a fragrance, guys, that I also shared with you in that short where I featured them both when I first received them. And I told you that I was kind of liking this one more. And I have to tell you that to me, this one right now is a love. Because the Donna version for me right now is a very good like. Like, is it a heavy like? No, I like that fragrance. I think it's lovely, but this one I love. Is it a heavy love? No, but I definitely do love this fragrance. And let's talk more about it. So this is a fragrance, guys, that opens up fresh, spicy. And in opening up fresh, spicy, what I pick up in that spiciness is primarily the note of cinnamon. So you have to enjoy a dominant note of cinnamon in the opening of a fragrance, coupled, guys, with the note of lavender. Now, you and I have had multiple discussions about lavender on this channel, because lavender is one of those notes, guys, that when done in an intense way, as it has been done here, can be quite overpowering. I have to be honest with you, at times the lavender in this fragrance almost reminds me of the Burberry Intense, right? The Burberry Goddess Intense fragrance. Remember how I talked to you about how the lavender was so intense in that fragrance, and I kept warning you that the lavender was like really giving you lavender. Well, I do get that in the olfactory journey of this fragrance. Is it as intense? No. Because this one, of course, there's other notes that are going to come into play that are going to help it out. But all in all, guys, in the opening, it's going to open fresh, spicy, very dominant cinnamon, followed by a very dominant lavender. And that dominant lavender will continue to intensify and will be with you all throughout the olfactory journey of this fragrance, at the dry down and throughout the wear. The other thing that makes this fragrance quite distinct from like a Burberry Goddess, and I'm not saying that these two fragrances are the same, it's just that the lavender has been done pretty much the same in both fragrances, right? But what you are going to get as you approach the dry down, the lavender is going to continue to be a very dominant note. You are going to pick up on some spiciness. The freshness will remain, but not as intense as in the opening. And what you are going to pick up on is like some woodiness. And the woodiness comes to take also a kind of star role in the fragrance. And you're also going to start to pick up on like some leathery notes. Is the leather quite present in this fragrance? It's not very present, but to my nose and on my skin, the leather is present and it does make a statement. Is it dominant? No. But is it faint? No. Is it present? Yes. The dominant notes at the dry down, guys, are without a shadow of a doubt going to be the lavender and the spicy notes with a backdrop of the woody notes and like that leathery accord. Now, I know that from hearing my description of the olfactory journey, you must be saying, okay, Arahi, so this is truly a masculine fragrance. Well, I'm here to tell you that this is just my opinion, but to me, this is a unisex fragrance that leans heavy to the masculine side. And I'll tell you a bit more about what I think when using this fragrance. But I also want to tell you that the beauty of this fragrance is that it is definitely a masculine leaning, a unisex, leaning to the masculine side. But if you layer it with any of the flankers, you are going to intensify the juice in any of the Donna flankers, whether it's the EXTRADOSE Donna or any of the others that I'm going to share with you today when I do the ranking. So I really, really think that this is an exquisite fragrance that has like the same DNA of this entire line and does layer beautifully. It also performs incredibly, guys. So this fragrance on my skin borders on beast. Borders. Doesn't quite make it because it doesn't give me 10 plus hours, but it definitely gives me close to the 10-hour mark. And it is, of course, as a skin scent. Now, for the first over 2 hours, I would say close to 2.5, if not 3 hours, you are going to get a very strong projection and you are going to get a moderate sillage. It does leave a trail of about 2 feet. Now, this is also a fragrance that I think is best suited for the ages of 25 plus, any season of the year. Any occasion? No. I think that this fragrance is best for like late afternoon into evening and late night type of occasions of any type. It could be casual, it could be a bit dressier, it could be formal, but I just don't think that this is a fragrance to go take a walk in the park in the morning. I don't think that this is a fragrance to go to the gym, but that's just my opinion. So that's really where I see that it's best suited. There is absolutely, to my nose, no musk in this fragrance. And I do pick up on a tad of oud, and I think it's coming from the Gaiac wood. But the oud that I'm picking up is almost negligible because it's like a level 1. It's very smooth. It's almost like non-present. I even question if it's that I'm looking for oud, so I'm picking up on kind of like a, like a smoky wood or something. I don't know, but I am picking up on a very, 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 very faint oud. And I just wanted to make sure to let you know, in case you're, one of those fan members that just doesn't enjoy oud at all, or you're sensitive to picking up on oud. And while it's a 1 oud for me, it may be a 3 or more for you. All in all, guys, I have to tell you that I do love and enjoy this fragrance, and I actually do enjoy it more than the Donna version. Now, is this one that I plan to keep in my collection? No, this is one that I will be giving to my husband because while you know that I enjoy a good unisex fragrance, I'm not trying to add any other fragrance to my collection that leans to the masculine side in a heavy way. If it leans a tad to the masculine side, yes, but this leans heavy, in my opinion, to the masculine side. So this is one that I'll be giving to my husband. He already tried it on skin and he loves it. And then if I ever want to layer with it, then I will definitely pull it. But I just wanted to make sure to tell you that in case you're wondering, okay, Arahi, well, should I pick it up, or should I pick it up for my husband or my partner or my boyfriend? Well, I just think that this is truly a heavy leaning masculine fragrance. All in all, guys, I give this one a 9 out of 10. All right, so now guys, let's go ahead and have some fun here. So I have pulled my other 4 flankers, and I am going to share with you my ranking. I already ranked them so that I wouldn't have to think in front of you. And I am going to start with my least favorite right now. Are you ready? So let me just say, okay, that just because this is my least favorite does not mean that I don't like this fragrance. I do like it. It's just not a love. And I am going to start from my 5 fragrances, number 5 being my least favorite as of right now, as of today, it would be Donna Born in Roma EXTRADOSE. Yes, guys. Of all of the flankers that I have picked up, the other flankers I did not pick up, or I had them and I decluttered them, like the coral, because I really wasn't into them. So they're not even in the collection. But of all of the ones that I have, because the ones that are coming up are deep loves, all of them for me. Of course, my top one is the deepest of the loves, but all of the next fragrances that I'm going to share with you are loves of mine. But this one, no, this one is more of a like. All right, then at number 4, guys, we have the Intense version. I absolutely love this fragrance. This is, to me, this is a nighttime fragrance, by the way, from all of the flankers. This is not a daytime because this is a sexy fragrance. I'm pretty sure that I had it last year in my sexy fragrances recommendations because this is truly a beautifully sexy fragrance. Number 4. Then coming in at number 3 is the Pink PP Flanker. Absolutely love it. This is an all seasons, all occasions, all ages. Just, it's fun without being juvenile. It does give you that alluring and beautiful feel. It is just a beautiful fragrance. And when I wear it, it makes me feel so girly, so feminine. I just absolutely love it. Then guys, coming in at number 2, and this should not come as a surprise to you because I've been talking about this fragrance so much since it launched, right? And I'm speaking about the Stravaganza. Absolutely love this fragrance. Super love this fragrance. So now guys, if you've been with me for a while, I'm sure you know which one is coming up because I had this in like my obsessions of 2024. And of course, guys, I am speaking about the Donna Gold. Guys, I already told you, this is the fragrance that I need not one backup, but multiple, because it keeps like selling out and then coming back, but not soon enough. So I'm just afraid that it's going to disappear because I'm sure people are going to keep finding it and falling in love with it. So I just hope that they keep it as a part of the permanent collection. But this, without a shadow of a doubt, is my favorite. All right, guys, so we've reached the end of today's video, and I hope that that was enjoyable for you. For me, it was really enjoyable, and it wasn't as painful as it is when I've had to like select other fragrances, because sometimes I'm so torn and it takes me, like, you would not believe, like hours to make up my mind sitting here looking at fragrances in order to be able to rank them. But this was like a no-brainer. I knew as soon as I was done testing this new one, the EXTRADOSE, I knew that it was at the bottom of my list because the others are such a deep love. And I have like a role for each, So if I want high compliments, I go for the Gold. And it's an incredible fragrance, day, night, any season, love it. High compliment getter. If I want a fragrance that just brings that fresh like feel and you're still beautiful and alluring, but like fresh, Stravaganza, definitely Stravaganza. Pink PP is like the playful, versatile, any time of the day, any occasion, any season. Just like when in doubt, you pull the Pink PP. And the Intense is my sexy fragrance. Anyway, guys, thank you so much as always for hanging with me today. And I will see you all in the next video.